Things are being torn up at home. We're just doing maybe 15 minutes of some morning laps. I am not the person that I thought I was. Well, here I am. I am the person I thought I was yesterday that would like an iced coffee this morning. But when I made these 9 a.m. dental appointments for 4 of us 6 months ago, it's like, whew, okay, today's the day we do it. We should finish this Anne Lamott book here, I would say within the next 2 days, probably. You know, we got multiples we're juggling. Also, last night, me and my little fellas started listening to The Wild Robot. Now, we've seen this movie, but we've never actually read the book. So we started The Wild Robot last night. We just finished the entire Little House on the Prairie series, start to finish. We do the whole series, and then we end with Farmer Boy. It just works for us. So even my preschooler last night was saying, Little House on the Prairie again. But I was like, no, I've got other books for us. Let's move on and do some other ones now, because we seem to do all of Little House on the Prairie, it seems like, at least annually, if not biannually. And yesterday morning, I finished listening through Bird by Bird by Anne Lamott, which is a book on writing and craft. And then I started listening to Adam Young's book called Making Sense of Your Story. I've listened to a few Adam Young podcasts. I follow him on Instagram. I appreciate him and his thought process in general. I'm appreciating listening to his recent book here on story work, obviously by the title Making Sense of Our Own Story. And I'm not sure what else is going to happen because we're only on chapter 3 so far, but I'm definitely appreciating what I'm learning from him in his book so far. And I think it's going to be a good one. So after our dentist appointment, I took my crew out to a local Mexican restaurant. They got to order food off the menu and get what they wanted. And I got the fajita skillet without the tortillas, and I made it all. There's my skillet with nothing left. We made it through the dentist. We had Mexican out for lunch. I've now recorded this afternoon for a sponsor. I'm still in one of their shirts and I like it. It's good, but I'm gonna put back my other attire. Then I'm taking my 3 elementary fellas to the park. How we do? It's evening now. What time is it? It's almost 6. I think we need ice cream and playground time. Priorities, yes. And then when we get back this evening, I need to pack for my New York City trip. I'm excited. Okay, so just picked up the evening ice cream request. My time just disappeared. I mean, half mile, 20 minutes. It's slow playground walks, but we still get the time in. There we go. There's a pace coming up. I mean, be jealous. Just over 1.25 miles, over an hour. Slow playground, fun time, life and stuff and kids and things. Now we're back from the playground. It's late and I need to pack. I'm kind of thinking I'm packing in the morning. But anyway, I did a bunch of spaghetti this weekend and I'm going to do my faux noodles and some sauce. All right, I hope this cup is true because today's New York City day. All right, got the massage, worked on those shoulder knots. Whatever happens with my neck, I've had no pain, which I appreciate. I appreciate that, but I also like to bless my body once in a while with a head to toe massage. She took good care of me. Also got my hair washed, and now we're gonna run back home because I didn't do any packing for New York City yet. And I gotta get a video downloaded and uploaded. And we got to hit the road. It's almost noon. I'm hoping now to be hitting those interstates, to be Times Square bound, hopefully by 2 p.m. Alrighty, friends, it's that time. It's that filling the car with gas and hitting the road for NYC. Let me get my gas, maybe. Remove card, okay, we can follow directions. Okay, now let me select my gas, thank you. So it says by the GPS we'll be there about 7. I had not actually, we hadn't stopped for gas yet though, and got to get some food for the road. I'm hopeful if we could be there by 8:30ish, be parked and in our room, that would be amazing, and I'll give y'all a room tour when we get there. Okay, gas station food to the rescue. Okay, been on the road and first bathroom stop in the books, and I drank my water, so let's get a nice coffee, right? All right, now we're ready to hit the road again. I'm just shaking up my stevia in it. Alrighty, just had the Pennsylvania rest stop. Gonna try to walk up and down this sidewalk a few minutes. All right, made it. Suitcases down. We had some parking, garage excitement, just very simple room. It's a Hyatt Regency. It smells clean. It's new, so that's nice. And we've got we've got authentic New York City out the window. Whoop, and my knee. It's a New York City morning. Very authentic, very much right here, very much, hey, good morning, pajama pants. We did it. The hotel was supposed to have on-site parking, and we found out they don't have that right now. So we got parked, and we walked, and we did the thing. Iced coffee situation. They were super quick, and they have stevia. Life is good. So this is where we got coffee, and it was nice. We must have missed the early morning rush. Radio City Music Hall. Hey friends, there's our destination. We gotta make a right on 53rd. I've been using just the walk option on my phone map to get around. That's been going well. Are doing it. Everything smells like hot dogs, which is amazing. Big Blackstone. Alrighty, we are in the line, and I got our tickets all ready, so that might help shave a few minutes off. Our Hamilton tickets are for at 1, so we should have just enough time to do whatever we can here, and then scurry back over to that theater and enjoy the show. Okay, we are starting on the 5th floor. We are all standing around Salvador Dali. So it was such a neat addition to our New York City trip to go to the Museum of Modern Art. We have never done any New York City art galleries. We have a list of things we have checked the boxes for over the years, but this was definitely a really special thing to add in. Lots of Picasso. We even got to see Starry Night. There were, you see, heads of people, a whole crowd of people around it. We all just stood and stared and took pictures at odd angles and did the best we could. So many beautiful other pieces of artwork. So it was a really neat museum to go to, and we started with the oldest section, which was on the 5th floor, and then we worked our way down. We had some history lessons and saw a helicopter and did the things. They didn't look too busy in here, so we're going to try to grab some lunch on the way to the theater and put this with some berries. Okay, don't judge me for my second iced coffee. That's got almond milk. I had stevia in my bag. We got this salad with some avocado, grilled chicken, and then this power breakfast bowl. Yum. Almost to the Rogers Theater. Okay, we're here. We have found my best friends. And the line is so long. Everybody else had this good idea too. But the good news is we're early and we have our tickets. So this was a fun thing for us to do. It was really neat, really neat to see Hamilton again for the second time. I really wanted to. It's the soundtrack of my life, I feel like, at least for the past year. I did take one of my teens for a surprise 16th birthday present to see it when it was at the Kennedy Center a couple years ago. And my hopes and dreams this summer for my birthday, I was like, I'm a grown-up, I'm pushing 50, I want to see Hamilton on Broadway, let's do it. So one of my young adults went with me and we got to see it there, and it was just all my hopes and dreams. Some people have asked me, how did I not sing through it? Man, I wanted to. I could. I know the whole soundtrack. I would pass that test. It was definitely a very special time, and I'm so thankful we navigated the streets and we did it. So this is just some of our traffic the next day, navigating our way back out of the city. And then, hey, the steak and potato and broccoli, yeah, Cracker Barrel meal. But there was so much rain and so much traffic. This is what we did. So this was wild and unexpected, but last night we actually got another hotel on our way home. Precious. They even have the little smaller waffles. My little folks would love that. They just got everything you need here. And priorities. I tell you, getting home is so much harder right now than getting there. We're at another bathroom break. I'm gonna walk around for another 10 minutes, but we're within an hour from home now, yay. No makeup mama, but we are doing it. We are getting morning haircuts, and then we are going to the playground. So, haircuts, check. I have a phone call in less than an hour, but I'm meal prepping by buying my dudes some McDonald's and myself an iced coffee. Okay, I always have to make sure, is that right? I have to make sure there's no liquid sweetener in my coffee. McGriddle with bacon, hash brown, napkins, going out to that guy. And then this guy next to me gets this bag. And we get to do the playground now for about 35 minutes. And then I have my therapy. My therapy is at 11, so we got to do that. And then this afternoon, because since I was gone this week, my preschooler has been missing mama, as everybody has. And so he was even telling me at bedtime last night, he was telling me little stories about coming with me and going to the playground and getting in my car. He just set up a whole playground day, but he couldn't come this morning because he did not need a haircut. And also I didn't want to juggle 3 dudes and haircuts this morning, you know? Okay, so all that to say, what I do feel like doing between therapy phone call, getting some work stuff done, meal prepping at McDonald's, is I feel like I can take all 3 of my little dudes to another playground this afternoon. See, we do playground adventures and fun, and that will be fun. And also my friends who are going to help me clean up some dilapidated parts of my property are going to come this evening, and they're going to start that process. Tomorrow they're coming with more equipment, but they're coming today with some equipment. Things are happening. So those are all good pulling life together, life necessity things, and it'll be very nice for my guys to have even more places to run on the property and to not have fences, you know, that have been fallen down and not maintained. I can't maintain fences in this season of life. And trees have fallen, and yeah, there's just stuff that needs cleaned up, whether I'm where I'm at forever or I sell next year. Your guess is as good as mine. I mean, what do I know? It's just my life, and we're navigating it. But priorities: iced coffee while guys have fun at the playground, and thank you McDonald's for this meal prep. Oh, and that does lead me to, so everybody's had a lot of spaghetti and sloppy joes this week while I've been gone. And so I had one of my young adults this morning get some of that Aldi chicken down. And so this evening, I think we're gonna do some sheet pan chicken and roasted potatoes. Everybody loves roasted potatoes. That's something different. And then, because I've been gone, I need to get a big batch cooking video done tomorrow, Saturday. And I need to get another one done Sunday afternoon. And that's how I pay for McDonald's and also have food for the future in my food matrix. I'm going to also do my makeup while I walk. Let's layer, yay. Worked out pretty well. We got some sunshine, some running in. Mama sucked down a nice coffee. Now flipping back home for other adventures. All right, we're back. Made my phone call. I've been working on some work stuff. I have a video I'm downloading, need to get that uploading. Just got the thumbnail done for it. My younger guys, Legos and life and happiness. And so I'm gonna eat, surprise, surprise, if it's like the pot of spaghetti, it doesn't end. I'm gonna do some more of these fake fettuccine noodles, but again, I'm pretty used to them. Pretty close to having a noodle for my people who can't have real noodles anyway. I'm going to eat and then I'm gonna gather up my guys. We are gonna go to the really fun playground this afternoon. And this is how it goes for me when I do travel or do some little things like that. I always need like a day or two for re-entry. Even though I was only gone, I think I was only gone 48 hours or so, it still takes a little mama re-entry time, and then we go from there, because I do need to really work Saturday and Sunday and come out at the other side with 2 more videos and a whole bunch of food for the coming week. And then for extra fun, gotta have my plumbers back. That garbage disposal is not working. Check the breakers, all the things. I'm glad they helped me with little things, because I need help. I rinse these, so yay for having 2 sinks. Rinse them, microwave the soul out of them with our homemade sauce. I need to have my lab work again. Still taking all of my vitamins that I've been doing since last summer, and supplements. I don't think I will ever start taking magnesium though. But anyway, I got 1 more load. I need to have my lab work done. It's on the list. But yeah, just various things that I take twice a day that I needed to reload. I do at least now, I think many of you told me to do this, about once a week I get my vitamin divider out, and I have everything done for the week. So another little self-care thing that I do, make sure I take my vitamins, drink my water, eat my protein, all of that. Okay, a giant soothing bowl of not quite spaghetti, but pretty okay. Okay, so friends are here also working on tearing up the life problems in my yard. Hear that? Okay, it's a whole thing. So right there, that's all the metal from all those garden beds we did in 2023. It's kind of like all of life. You know, sometimes you just gotta rip stuff up and start again. So at least now this will be mowed down. You know, that's nice. And my folks will be able to run and play in this area, and I won't have to look at this area and feel sad about it. You know, they got equipment there, that's happening. This is the whole barnyard. Remember, we had all those animals, all of that. Had a whole lot happening here. That over there is my building that I paid $5,000 for in 2023. And that was for my Jersey cow that was bred, and her calf. Of course, it got set crooked, a whole catastrophe. Just a catastrophe. Anyway, there's no animals here. I've explained to you guys, I've answered your questions several times, that when my life imploded, I had to take care of me and my people. I could not take care of this. I still can't take care of this. All of my farm animals were given to another family, and that Jersey cow has had that calf that I had her AI'd with, and she's a happy milk cow living her dream life. It's all okay, right? It's just all okay. So this friend, he's digging stuff up for us, and I was able to bless his wife with some of my cooking things in the basement, like my freeze dryer. I don't know that I will ever have the bandwidth or even want to use the freeze dryer. You know, that was like a different universe. That's not my universe now. But this is good forward movement. So anyway, there's those garden beds. And here's this area. This fence, trees have fallen on it. You know, it's a mess. My guys that come and do yard work for me every week or every other week, like, they can't maintain this, they can't enter it. So he's using his equipment, and he's gonna get this torn down fencing that's buried here.
he's gonna help with a great many things. He's bringing a bush hog, I think, tomorrow, and all this will be mowed. And this will just be another area that my people can run and play in, and I can at least be in charge of somewhat maintaining on my own, how I've been able to do with the rest of the property. So there's a look at it. You know, I cried a good bit out here because this really was all my hopes and dreams. Again, it was just a different universe, and I've talked to you all about it a lot over the past 2 years about gardening out here, and I think this is the ticket. This is the healthiest thing, to have a nice clean area and go from there. Here's my other dilapidated gardens. Now I do have Virginia creeper growing up my house, so I can pull that down. I always teach my guys identification between Virginia creeper and poison ivy. It can be a thing, but we can pull Virginia creeper off the house. And next year, if I'm here, sorry, air conditioner's running, but that does mean that the air conditioner's working. If I'm here next year, we'll work on maintaining this. Just couldn't pull it off this year. And next year, again, if we're here, my goal will be to maintain this area. Look, you can see my different grasses I have planted, my hostas, which are my favorite, my dandelions, right? My hose that needs wheeled up. But that's okay. Again, we just got to be pretty okay, and we're doing pretty okay. But yeah, here's the front gardens. And you know what? It's almost September now. So we'll just think about this another day. The hostas have come and gone. Hey, we are expertly growing wild violets. Super winning on growing the dandelions. All right, so second playground for today while things are being torn up at home. And I got my miles set. We'll see how far we get this afternoon. I'm being handed a... Okay, bring it down the slide for me. I love it. I'll hold it for you. And when you need it, thank you. We've got a Hello Kitty Ninja toy. And apparently this Kitty Ninja is going to do some laps with me. Okay, we just got home and we have a mowed down garden area. It's wild to see it all flat. Oh my, we've got other stuff mowed down too. So here's how this area is looking. Look at that, nice and flat. We've got a pile of the beds that we're gonna move, and then over there, let's walk down here. Yeah, so finding big places here. Now we're gonna go inside and enjoy our air conditioner that we pay for, right? It's gonna be nice, cold air. And you know, Walmart delivery came while we were gone. And I messaged and asked for someone to please get our chicken. Look at that. Sheet pan chicken going while we were out. So hey, look, we meal prepped. They actually had dropped off the delivery right as we pulled up. So, priorities, I have my coffee creamer. Someone in my house requested more green tea, so Mama provided. Gluten-free, folks, we really got to start doing gluten-free chili mac bowls. They love this. I had ordered a couple. They only gave us one. Also, Chunky Monkey, that's gluten-free. You know, little gluten-free thrills there. 3 bags of cough drops, 1 for each of the 3 people in this house that still are not feeling well. They wanted this. And look, we meal prepped dessert to go with our chicken legs tonight.